Hey everybody, it's Brian from Cruisin with the Colemans, and today we are replacing our Jensen stereo system head with a brand new Jensen stereo system head, but it is an upgraded model. It's got a Bluetooth app that goes with it, and we've just never been real happy with the way this one functions, so we're hoping that this one's going to work a whole lot better for us. So let's get it started here. In the box, we've got some cables and cords. We've got a new remote control. We have a user manual that shows you how to operate it, but there's absolutely nothing in the box about how to install it. So that's what we're going to do today. And then we have the actual head itself. Let's see. Peel off that. Ooh, doesn't it look pretty? This is actually pretty simple. It should just be pretty much plug and play. There's a controller here with a whole lot of wires that we're going to have to hook up, and then just a matter of hooking it into your stereo system. But my hope is that it's going to be plug and play a little bit easier than that. So to speed things up, I've already taken out 3 of my screws just to for expediency. We're going to take out the last screw. And then the old model is just going to slip right out, and you can see there's all of those cables and wires. And here's the power, or nope, this is sound also. So this is my auxiliary sound. And then I've got all of this, which I'm just going to have to unsnap from there and unsnap those 3 RCA jacks, and the old one is out.
Probably helps that it's Jensen to Jensen.
Jensen to Jensen does make it a whole lot easier. Now, if I look, the old plug and the new plug are exactly the same. Hot diggity. That means this is a part that I don't need. So I'm done with it, because all I have to do is take this and plug it back in. Now, if I did have to replace all of this because either it didn't work or this was where my problem was, my wiring problem is, the first thing I'd want to check is that maybe if I have issues, I just have a loose wire. But if not, I'd go in with a pair of pliers, squeeze each one of these so that they would release, and then reattach the same color back on as I went. Because as you can see, there's a whole lot of color coding going on here. Now, for whatever reason, and I'm not an expert, so I don't know, all of this is not used.
Well, ours doesn't have a C. There's A, B, and C.
Yeah, we only have 2 zones of speakers in our rig, so that's part of it. Some of this is the C zone. And then I think this is some auxiliary right and left. And I don't know, they're all labeled, so you can connect them all right into the correct wire here. But if you notice that the coloring, like this is a blue wire from the RV connected to an orange wire. So as I was disconnecting each one, I would want to connect it with the right one going back in at the same time to make sure that I know what I'm doing. But otherwise, all I need to do with my new head is pop off this cover. Let's see if I can get that. I'm going to need a screwdriver here to do that. Pop this off.
And why do you have to take the cover off?
To get to the screw holes.
Oh.
There we go.
Well, that's nice, because ours didn't have the cover over it before.
Right. Yeah, the screws were visible. Over here, the screws are hidden. So that's just going to pop off. The same thing on this side. Alright, so that's going to come off. That gives me access to my screw holes. I take my controller here and just hook it right back in to the same side. And it snaps right in. Power's automatically on once I attach that. I'm going to take my red, white, and yellow of my auxiliary in. Cannot see here, I don't have enough light. These are audio input, audio output, and video output, left and right. So I'm going to take the white to audio out, the red to audio out, and the yellow to video out. I'm going to take my auxiliary cable and put it into my auxiliary.
Careful, Brian.
And now the whole thing should just slide right into place. And because I'm going Jensen to Jensen, my screw holes even happen to match up. If they didn't, I just have to drill new holes, but they cover up the old. When you're looking for a new head, you do want to make sure that you're finding one that's the same size. There were several that were quite a bit smaller. Maybe they were only 4 inches tall, 5 inches tall, but then I would have had all of this empty hole around them that would have been a huge problem. So fortunately, we found one that was the same size. Just going to use my same screws right back into place. Everything is secure. And I'm just going to take these panels and snap them right back in.
That looks so much nicer.
Turn the power on. Now I just need to figure out a radio station that I like, and I need to set the clock, which is what this is all for, and I'm ready to go. So next clip, we're going to show you it running, and we're going to show you the new Jensen app that goes with it. All right, we've got the time set. We're ready to pair this with our device, which is going to be my iPhone. So I'm going to hit the power button to turn the whole thing on, put it into Bluetooth mode, which is where it happens to be. Press and hold to get the pairing started. I've got 120 seconds. On my phone, I'm going to open my settings. I'm going to open my Bluetooth, and I'm going to scroll down here. The JWM62A, which is this model, is listed here as other devices. I'm going to click on it. It's now showing me a code on the screen and a code on my phone. Click pair. Click enter to pair. There it goes. Now I'm going to allow it on my phone, and it's waiting to complete. Here's some music. Let's see what happens. Turn the volume up. Play the music. Turn the volume up. It was working a second ago. The reason the music wasn't working is because I was in screen recording mode on the phone. Now that screen recording on the phone is off, I hit play. And there's the music. Let's turn this one up. My favorite song. Take an adventure with us. It's as easy as that. Thank you, Rec Pro. Hey, make sure you check out our other videos for our fall camping series. We're doing all kinds of upgrades and improvements to our RV. Next up, we're going to fix this TV and put an arm on it so that we can see it from the recliner. Because you got to see the TV when you're sitting in a comfy chair, right?
Yeah, you do.